Hey everybody, Kelly Sue with Cleopatra Art Studios here. I'm getting ready to paint my Be Happier Than a Seagull with a French fry. This isn't gonna appeal to everyone, but for those of us that like a good laugh, something in the corner that makes you smile, this might be the one for you. How cute. It is 4 layers, but the good news is not all the layers need to be painted. So let's get going on it. Gonna pop on down. If you're jumping in to say hi, there we go. I can back it up a little bit. If you're popping in, say hi, tell me where you're watching from. Do you have, I have the tape on my belly. Do you have seagulls in your area? And I'm just gonna break up the font really quick so I know exactly what I want to paint. Well, I don't know why I did that. Then Be Happier Than a Seagull. And I may change the coloring, but I'm thinking it's teal. It's teal time with a, so these ones will be that color. Kind of thinking a deep teal. And Happier French Fry will be, oh, I'm sorry, that will be white and this will be the teal. Glad I looked at my reference page. French fry. Or in our case, we always took Doritos. We took Doritos to Ocean Shores and the kids would sit in the back of the pickup and they would be like waving it. And then they would be all kinds of concerned that the seagulls went at them. Oop, hello, volume not. Turn the light down, here we go. So this is broken in two on purpose because honestly, if we sent it in one piece, it'd break in an unrandom spot, or a random spot, I should say. There you go. This piece you don't have to paint, but you can if you want to. There's the seagulls and the base. So it's not a lot. It's not as overwhelming as you would think. Super cute. The backer board's etched so you know exactly right where these bad boys go. It'd be kind of cool to have one that's a little off color. I really think I needed a French fry or two on this design, but I didn't get it. Nobody asked me. So sometimes wood just naturally gets little furry things. You can paint it one time and sand it down. You can sand the edges. Also, sometimes there is heavy soot on the side. You can take a little wet wipe, or on the etching, take a wet wipe and just kind of wipe it up, let it dry naturally, and go from there. Okay, I'm gonna move these fellas. I'm thinking of a creamy brown, like not that much brown. I'm gonna water it down and I'm gonna use a wet wipe to apply it. I don't want to go too white with my background because hello seagulls are dirty white. We're gonna go with that. So hopefully you're having a great Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, everybody. All right, here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and mix a little brown. I'm glad I started light. Start with that. I'm gonna water it down. And if I hate it, I'll just do it again. I'm gonna grab a wet wipe. It's a big surface. I probably don't have enough, and that's okay. So it's just gonna be settled just a little bit more than plain. And it might not even show up on the camera, but trust me, it's a little bit more than just plain old boring wood. I probably added way too much. So let me know, do you live near, I know it's a working day, so most of you are gonna be watching the replay. Do you live near the ocean? Okay, I like this variation just a little bit more. Do you live near the ocean? If so, this might be for you. Okay, people are like, well, I don't love seagulls. Yeah, nobody really, I don't think, I'm sorry if I offend you, loves the seagulls. They're hilarious. Except for, not Flounder, but what's that other one called? Scuttle. Scuttle's pretty fantastic. And maybe you're a Little Mermaid fan. So I'm just gonna go with the grain side to side. This will be a great resource for the people that have purchased and are getting ready to paint this project. I may make a few changes to the design moving forward, but I will definitely note that. Okay, that's a very dark spot. Easy to fix. Just gonna turn my wet wipe over and blend. Gonna let that dry. If those fuzzies appear, you're just gonna take your sanding block and sand it down. Now, honestly, some of the fuzzies are gonna be from my wet wipes. John picked up these wet wipes, and though he succeeded in getting the non-scented, which, hello, thank you so much, he got a brand I don't normally use. Okay, so I'm gonna go deep and dark, so I don't have to paint this piece. You can, if you're an overachiever, you just go for it. I've been kind of stuck in painting with the metallic black from Artist Loft. I have it out, I see it, so I obviously always want to paint with it. I know, right? I'm gonna get my sponge just a little wet because the paint is very pasty. Don't put a lot on your sponge. Coverage is pretty excellent with this particular of metallic paint. It's not always the case. The magenta is pretty, but super thin. Typically I use this paint for canvas painting. Doesn't mean you can't use it for wood. But typically canvas painting paints don't have very great coverage. The idea is that you're going to put multiple really thin layers on your canvas instead of ultra thick. But we're just lucky on this one. Seagulls. Fuck. So I like it because it's almost a Payne's gray. It's metallic and shimmery, but not overly glossy at all. So I'm going to put that aside. So far, everything's been really easy to paint. Okay, just looking to something John was saying to me. So I'm gonna do these in similar paint. I am going to snip this off so I have multiple uses from this one sponge. So you don't want to have to run to the store all the time. It's really pretty and simple. Hey guys, thanks for coming in and checking it out. Such a crazy design. The seagulls are so crazy. All right, so I have our Tell Me About It, which is a really green teal. And I gotta tell you, at paint parties, it's a fave. And then a turquoise we make also. I'm thinking I'm gonna mix them so I can come up with a really great color that's a little bit different, maybe a little bit oceany. Is that a word? Oceany, but intense at the same time. Hey Jenny, so nice to see you here today. You can paint them. Just know that you don't want the paint to ooze over the sides because then you have touch up, gotta paint it all. Also the birds fit in, the seagulls fit in kind of perfectly. If there's paint that is built up and dried on the sides, then they don't fit as well. So that's why I tend to want to lean towards a brush. Just means you have to put multiple coats sometimes. Now our paint has a primer built in. What do you guys think? Is that too green or too teal? Our paint has a primer built in, so typically one coat will do ya. That might be a little intense. So what I can do You know what I like to do to dull it down. So if you watch a lot, you know what I like. I like to bring in some silver. Woo, not that much. Heavy-handed today. And it will change and dull it down without making it pastel-y. Let's see. And if we're lucky, there may be a shimmer. I don't know if you guys can see the difference or not. I can see, I'm happy. And with the silver, it's covering right now. One coat coverage. Boom, boom, boom. So I'm getting this done, empty nesting this week. All the kids are out of the house. I may go over, check on my mama. She's not doing so good anymore, you know, I guess I should say again. And I want to get over there and check on her. We have a paint party on Thursday and lots of time in the workshop. All the biggie boxes, the artsy boxes went out, and the biggie boxes go out today and tomorrow. And then all our regular orders also. So typically, we're a little quicker. And then we have 2 of our staff are taking vacations this week, which is great. I'm so happy. I never, ever say no. It just means long days in the workshop. And instead of getting things out in 3 business days, it takes probably closer to the regular 5 to 7. So I don't like to go that slow. It's just the way we're doing it right now. Okay, I really like that color. I hope you guys do too. So you can do the same color, kind of repeat the color up in the happier and the French fry if you wanted to. I'm gonna go in the same color family, but just a little lighter. And I have my paint party colors packed, but I'm gonna use Bahama Blue. I'll leave that. Bahama Blue is a fave. It's very similar to our Bluesy Goosey, but like I said, my Bluesy Goosey is packed. Come on. And ever since we got the Bluesy Goosey, I've been ignoring the Deco Art colors. Colleen's in the house. Hello, Miss Colleen, sneaking a peek. Doing the whole Seagull. You know what? I wonder, because you're so close to the ocean, do you like them or despise them, the seagulls? My kids used to want to ride in the back of the pickup on the beach with a Dorito in their hand, screaming as they're being flocked from the seagulls. So the popularity on this design was just, it kind of took me off guard. I was just kind of like, this one kind of makes me laugh. And I have had people take 10 at a time for paint parties with the girls. And I happen to know, because the address that they go to, that they're not actually near the ocean. But I guess if you're near a body of water that is a lake, stay in school, kids. You're gonna be lucky enough to see a seagull. I don't know how they get so far inland. Does anybody want to explain that to me? So this is just really simple. If you're having a paint party, you can really chill out with your margarita or your mojito. I'm thinking cream and not white, because the seagulls, I'm assuming, would be white. Okay, so the cream we make is very similar to Deco Art Buttermilk. I have an old bottle I keep here for reference. It's very similar. It may be a little bit more yellow than the ones we make, but if you're looking to match, go to Deco Art. If you didn't buy a paint kit from us, go to Deco Art and get the light buttermilk. We're not hearing kids in the background today. Brewster's not here. Sabrina is off and about. Sean's in Disney World with his girlfriend. Oops, I picked up some teal. It's just me and John and the dogs. Be happier than a seagull. I may change the color. Let's get it all together first. No real opinion. They're nice to watch flame, but they can definitely be pests. Yes, as soon as you crack open that picnic basket, they are inviting themselves to the party. And they're very entertaining when you have not super young children, but you know, like early teens, because, you know, you can chill out and watch the waves while the kids throw their lunch all day long at the Seagulls. I always feel bad for that one that's hurt. When we went to my brother's celebration of life in California, we did stay right on the water, had a little bungalow so we could relax. And there was one seagull that had something wrapped around his leg. I felt so bad for it. Of course, it wouldn't let me in to take care of him. I tried. Okay, so I was gonna go pretty white with the seagulls, and then I was thinking I may throw a little Craft Smart Gold in there because it's a pretty light gold. It's kind of middle of the road. It's not super bright like 24 karat, and it's not really dark. Some of the, like almost a bronzy gold that we all get suckered into. We're like, oh, that's so pretty, and then we don't really have a use for it. Or I haven't found a use for it. Maybe you have. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and use, what's it called? Fluid acrylics, just because one and done. It's also shinier, so they will stand out a little bit more, because the rest of the paint is more satin based. If you have something that's shinier or flatter, that's what's gonna draw your eye. They are the star of the show, so I kind of wanted to go in with them. I think I can go ahead and just paint them all white and come in and paint the noses orange. I picked out, this is from Hobby Lobby. It reads terracotta. Now it's a little bit different than our terracotta. It has more orange, yellow in it than ours has more red. So I'm gonna use this. I really love this color. This takes no time at all. It's just, you're just punching through. Boom. Okay. You're gonna see right away, it's shinier, but one coat's gonna pretty much do me. Fluid acrylic, the pigment is intense. I'm okay with bouncing it. It gives you a little texture, a little fluffy. If you're coming into this project with a lot of paint experience, go in, add shading, add highlighting, add detail. If you're brand new to painting and you like this project and you just want to paint and see how you do, go ahead. You know, blocks of color, they're still gonna look fantastic. Now, right away, you're gonna say, where are my eyes? Look at those puppies. There's no way that we could even rescue that from the laser. Oh, John. No. Moving forward, I may ask him to etch them. That means you would have to go in and paint them. But they should stay pretty dark like that because they're pretty tiny. They're not allowing a lot of light to come through. I also have, oh, that's way too bright. I was gonna say I have fluid acrylic orange, but oh my gosh, that's pretty bright. Let's just go ahead and blow dry these real quick. See if I'm missing any more of the questions you might have. So when I'm done with this video, I will upload it to YouTube, and then I'll put this video link on the website, on the product page. That way, if you needed a resource, a little help on how this goes together, you'll find that there. And we're trying to do that with as many of the projects as we can. Hence, I'm on here all the time. Hi, guys. And then if anyone is kind enough to share their project, and Colleen is a great at this, then we go ahead and try to put the photos there also. You just kind of toggle through all the photos, and then you can see some other designs from designers, painters, and maybe get inspired. Something that inspires you. I should wash my hands. Okay, so I just went, again, I mixed the cream, mostly cream, and brown, our s'mores brown, with water, and applied the paint with a wet wipe. So it's light. I use metallic black from Artist Loft, which is kind of almost a Payne's gray, not really a charcoal. I'm gonna paint this here in a second. I just wanna make sure, or glue it. I just wanna make sure that my colors are good. Now I wanna point out, this is a long, skinny piece. Can you see it sticking up? And John always gives me the worst ones to paint, because you know, he's not gonna put it out if it's got something wrong with it. So you're gonna have to put this together, glue it. I would pull out a couple bottles of vino or vodka and weigh it down. It shouldn't take long, it'll adhere quickly. And then you'll be ready to go. Don't just glue it and pop it in place, because this piece isn't gonna go down. So look for that if you have it. I don't know, you might not. I do, because, you know, John's mean to me. Okay, why doesn't this go? Oh, I know. This is why. There is a spacer, and that's why I do these videos, because it might seem, you know, like easy to the designer, or even me, like, oh, it's common sense, but then it's not really. Okay, now this will fit. Ta-da! And you can paint that brown piece if you wanted to, that tan piece, go ahead, if you want. Okay, so let me go to my photo real quick. Okay, so, oh, I'm gonna have to paint these. Gotta do the noses. Okay, B, and I use cream. Okay, another pointer, when you go to take these off the tape, don't just go, you know, ripping like a rape tape, as my daddy would always say. But instead, like, I didn't tape the whole Seagull on, I just went sideways. Instead, just kind of peel the tape from the wood. Wait, I'm missing an L. Yeah, it's right here. And you know what? The cream may not be, I'm gonna go back and forth. I think it is. I think it pops pretty good. I was gonna say, it might not contrast enough with the background, but I think it does. Get over there. Okay, so here I put them long ways. Don't just rip them off, they're gonna break. When they break, you can still glue them on, it's okay, don't worry about it. But you'll know that it's broken, make you sad. So just go ahead and just, you know, like, carefully brace the piece. Happier than a French fry. Now we gotta do be happier than a Basset with a hot dog bun. Cute, that would be very cute. Be happier than a chipmunk, a cat with some tuna. Oh, I still have to do that. So far, I think I'm pretty happy with my colors. I might want to come in and do something intense with the Seagull to make it pop out. And now I'm just going to use the terracotta. This is from Hobby Lobby. It's 50 cents, guys. 50 cents. I don't know how they do it. Oh! And that's how they do it. It's so thick that when you squirt it out, you're gonna go through the bottle relatively quickly. Funny. Okay. There we go. Now, if I were to use the fluid acrylic, I could create the color I wanted to, and one coat's gonna do me. I'm guessing this will be a good test. It'll be a good test on this orange for coverage. Okay guys, not bad. 50 cents at Hobby Lobby. What's the brand? It's brand new. It's called Crafters Collection. Honestly, I've been pretty happy for wood. I don't think I would like it on canvas. I mean, I might. I like the orange. It kind of goes with the rest of my color palette. It gives me that punch of contrasting color. It's complementary to the teal. It's across the color wheel, but it's not bright orange. It also is a dulled down color. Remember, I dulled down my teal with some, he's so cute. He's my favorite so far, with some silver, metallic silver. So a lot of people have trouble doing small. Do you see what I'm doing with my hand here? I am bracing it to keep it from shaking. Also, do you see where my wrist is? Nope, that's not my wrist. My elbow, I have it tucked in kind of between my boobs and my hips, and it's just tucked in. It also is a good bracing spot. If you're out here trying to paint with no leverage, both on your wrist and on your wrist and your elbow, you're gonna be really shaky. So I have kind of a double whammy, because it's not that I'm shaky, but I lose focus really easy. Okay, one coat does pretty good. You can see where I may come back in. And just do a little touch up here and there. Has anybody here tried this brand of paint? I only bought two. I bought this and then the mint color I have. And I asked at the last paint party, I said, hey guys, what do you think of our new fashion colors? Should we keep them? And they all were like, yes. And then I also said, what about this one? Because it didn't seem like anyone had really used the mint. And again, it was like, keep it. We like that one. So they really liked the paint. They liked the coverage. It's thick. So the only thing I haven't tried to do is thin it down. I'm keeping it in the bottle the way I got it from Hobby Lobby, just to test it, make sure I get enough information. You know, I'll ask the next paint party, probably for the month, so I have enough information to move forward. So when the beaks are drying, they're getting a little towards that brown tone, and it's because there's some brown, obviously, in the terracotta. Probably some raw sienna also, which is more of a dulled. You're so cute, guys. Okay, so I want to show you that the holes still are nice and dark. I want to see what they look like here. They are. I'm not having to paint them in at all. So, thoughts? Hey, Cheryl. Clothespins. Yes, Catherine. Which, who's got those? I've got Dorito, like chip clips, but they kind of leave spots unless it's completely dry. But I'm really impressed that you have clothespins, but now I might have to take them to paint parties. A lot of people also just use the blue tape to tape it down. So good. Thank you, Catherine. That's a good tidbit. I always love giving more information. And I will get that page on our website for like hints and stuff. I'll make sure to add that from y'all if I ever get around to it. So the holes to me look great. I don't have to paint them. So here's my question to you. Would you even want them etched where you had to paint them in? Because I kind of like it just the way it is. You use them as your chip clips. Oh, and that makes more sense because you have 300 for like, I don't know, they used to be really inexpensive, but for some reason I'm thinking they're probably went up in value. Like everything else, I spent $5.69 on a dozen eggs yesterday, guys. Eggland's eggs. Oh my gosh. Can you believe it? I'm in love. I'm going to put this somewhere I can see it most of the year. Okay. So I'm going to definitely glue it all together. What kind of glue will I use for this? You can use super glue if you want. Like Gorilla super glue will work great. The Dollar Tree wood glue. Do I have a bottle? Works great, but I got to tell you, they pull them from the store. You got to buy them in quantities of 15. I typically have them. A lot of times people are like, can I buy one from you? I don't upcharge, but I am out right now. And then what I really love is the Quick and Thick. Ladies, this is great when you have heavier pieces like this. On the Biggie Box insert, the tier tray, you're gonna want something that has some body, because I tried putting it together with super glue. You can try using E6000, which is what we started using early in the game, but we haven't since. And the reason why is this. If you're very careful with your glue, it's probably a great glue choice for you. It does have a little smell to it, but we typically get the clear, and what happens, it's super glossy. So at paint parties, women do what women do. We're away from the family, away from responsibilities. We have a little bit too much to eat, maybe a little too much to drink. Lights, dimmer, maybe not making best glue decisions, not judging. And so where it squeezes out, you know, there might be too much glue added. Where it squeezes out, it's shiny there. So a lot of people just weren't loving that. You can go back through with a gloss spray, make it all the same. But we just have switched to glues that dry clear, that dry flat. So this one, if it squeezes through, I do try to clean it up, but it's not as noticeable. It's a flatter finish, I should say. Good Lord, like as is. Okay, thanks, Cheryl. You're the best. Cheryl's the best. Cheryl, I think it was you. I'm pretty sure it was you. That hat on the gnome is going out, but I wanted you to know, if you don't find it on our website, we've decided that we don't want to chance that. That design's a pain in the butt anyway with those balloons. I numbered them for somebody. I think we're going to remove that design and come up with another one for 4th of July. So you have an original. I think we've only sold 2. All right. So if you have any questions, let me know. Or, you know, if you just don't want it at all, let me know, because it seemed like it was going to be fine. Then that hat was just so long, we could only put it in our really, really big boxes. And John knows I like to keep everything about 18 inches so they fit in our moderate size boxes to cut down on damage. So I'm sorry that happened to you, but let me know what you think. So thanks for watching today, guys. Pull that back. If you love the design, you know where to get it. But if you purchased it already, this may help you put it all together. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.